Hi there, virtual RubberRoss here. 2020 has been a wild year for those in the educational system. A lot of you likely found yourself taking classes over Zoom and secretly browsing Twitter in another tab. In some places, having in-person classes might be too dangerous as it puts both the teachers and the students at risk. Some schools even reopened, but were quickly met with a spike in cases. There's surely a level of engagement that is lost when classes are forced to be done over video calls. Those who were expecting to graduate found themselves unable to host ceremonies to do so. One school in India even went far enough to create 3D avatars of all their students so that they could attend graduation. This got me wondering, with VR becoming more prevalent, were there virtual alternatives to this problem? Enter Victory XR Academy, an online school that is done entirely within a virtual reality platform called Engage. One of the developers reached out to me in Giwi and asked if we would like to take a tour of the school. It seemed too interesting to say no, so we just went ahead and did it. Just before joining the tour, I got to play around with the character creator, which allowed me to import a photograph of my face, which worked surprisingly well. Here I am, Ross O'Donovan in virtual reality. This is my face. Wow, that's it's kind of creepy, to be honest. I don't know if the head is like the right shape, but I mean, it looks a little bit like me. So that's creepy. All right. Giwi tried to import our kitten Kipper, which it didn't recognize as a face. I have a feeling this is gonna look amazing, though.
Yeah, I mean, how could it not? It's Kipper's face. Look at it. Error. Oh no! This sucks.
It also refused to read anime as a face.
I'm really hoping this works, but I'm starting to worry that
It'll help you get into the school RP.
That's right. No, fuck. It won't let you be anime, it won't let you be a cat.
So she had to make do.
You can be me as well.
I hope that I'm like female version of you. Oh god. Ugh. Save and continue?
Yeah, there you go. Now we can both be me.
Oh no, Ross! No! No, delete this face.
How about we just go with what you got?
Yeah, we'll just do that.
So after getting our faces picked, it was time to head to class.
Hey.
Hello, hi.
Welcome. Danny
Thank
Coyle,
you.
Victory
Hi,
XR.
nice to
Welcome.
meet you.
So I'm Danny Coyle. I'm the lead developer on the project, and this is Ty. She's the head of marketing at Victory XR.
Right on, right on.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming. I'm so excited that you're here.
Yeah, this is really cool. Like, we were very surprised to hear like that this was something that existed.
So first, let me give you some info about who we are and what we're trying to do here.
Sure.
So welcome to Victory XR Academy. All of the worlds that you're going to see here tonight, depending on how long we go, all of were created by our 3D modeler, Aaron Hagens, and then implemented by myself. So they're all extremely optimized environments because the platform is built to work on just about every VR headset under the sun.
Oh wow!
Including the lower end headsets such as the Oculus Quest.
Oh.
So we wanted all of our environments to look just as good on Quest. Ty's actually joining us on a Quest tonight.
Hi.
And we wanted to make sure that the environments looked as good as they did on PC. So what we ended up doing is, so it might be a little technical, but this entire auditorium is about 150,000 polygons.
Wow.
I've seen VR chat avatars with more polygons.
That is accurate. That is accurate. Denny then went on to explain how Engage works. It's similar to that of Steam, in which it's the platform we use to purchase games. Engage is a platform you go to buy full courses, some of which, like Victory XR, could soon be fully accredited. Oh, and before I say anything more about the school, I wanted to share an interesting fact I love about their developer, Danny. He's an avid fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, like massive. He even made a very popular fan game that Aaron and I actually played on Game Grumps in 2016. He's now even working on a fan VR Sonic game in his spare time. I realize that might have derailed the video a bit. I just thought that was so cool. Anyways, next Danny showed us the tools that teachers would have at their disposal when teaching.
So I'm going to show you one of the cool features we got here. So since I and Ty are the hosts and you two are the guests, I have special powers for you.
Ooh.
Since you would be my students, right?
Ooh.
So I can go to the menu. I can go to the users tab, and I can select you, Ross.
Yes, please do.
And I can individually put you into a seat.
Oh.
So if Ross was like bad, you could put him in the corner, facing the corner, and be like, you stay there.
That is absolutely right, and I can also kick users. I can ban individual users. I can mute individual users.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
I bet a lot of teachers wish they had that.
Yeah.
That's what we put as part of our marketing is, hey, you can mute individual students.
Wow.
Which is especially useful because sometimes students forget to mute themselves and then they're breathing into their microphones. So sometimes they're not even meaning to be disruptive.
Pesky breathing students.
So because we're in a limitless virtual world, the classroom can get a little interesting.
Whoa, frogs.
Wait, are you seeing something that I'm not? Oh, there we go. I got it. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh. Yeah, okay, so dissection is a thing that we can do here.
Victory XR has apparently also shipped 250 Pico headsets to students with the help of college programs, so that they could bring the lessons to them. Hard to be late for class when all you need to do is put on a headset.
Oh, pterodactyl.
Hell yeah.
Whoa. He's late for class.
After the introduction demonstration, we were brought straight to their science lab.
So, I want to show off some of the cool things we got. So, firstly, mostly all of our rooms have built-in media screens. So these media screens, you can do YouTube searches just within your tablet, and you can sync up your Google Drive, you can sync up your OneDrive, you can sync up your Dropbox. So if you have slideshows or other documents, if you as a teacher have anything to sync up, you just sync it up there, and then you can just browse it here in VR without having to take your headset on and off constantly.
Right.
And then you can just bring them up on the media screen. So love that. That's a great feature. And then in terms of customizing your classroom, you see that it's a very clean classroom, and that's on purpose because we want teachers to be able to customize their rooms and then save those as snapshots.
Wow.
Cool.
Denny then went on to show us how to manipulate the classroom and the objects within. Unfortunately for him, he was touring 2 Class Clown alumni.
Okay, yeah. So you can look at it, and you can look at
Look,
it.
put it into my head. Now rip it out.
Now you're smart.
My brain.
Here, let me grab you a heart there, Ross.
Oh, pull it out like it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Fatality. That's cool. Left or right?
On the
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's great.
Yeah, so
This is actually the size of my real brain.
So what
That's
Wendy
the size
always
of your brain
does.
after taking classes here.
Very nice.
As you can see, Danny was very patient with us. Pretty sure that if we were the kids going to this school, we would have been the ones he muted.
And then you can just use it like a touchscreen.
I don't know if I was supposed to do that.
No, yeah, you got a
Yeah,
T-Rex.
I got a
Great.
T-Rex.
Yep, very good.
I'll put him
That's very on
outside.
brand for you.
Yeah, look, he's late for class again.
After getting our best goofs out, we were told about one of the best features that Engage has to offer, recording. When I mean recording, I mean everything. Literally entire classes, students, teachers, demos, everything. You can literally play back the classes you attended as if you were sitting in them again, like some kind of time traveler.
So let me actually pull up a lesson, one of our demo lessons from earlier in the week. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear out all of that.
Wow.
There we go.
So no one would be able to gaslight anyone. You could really check to see what happened in class. You could see who really spat that spitball in the back of your head. You'd find out.
Basically, yeah. I mean, that's not the main reason to use it, but it would be a reason. Let's see. So form and function lab.
Hey guys, welcome to class today, and thank you for joining us in our 4-part series on biological form and function. Each of the classes coming up in the next 4 weeks will cover a very different aspect of form and function. In today's class, we're going to talk a little bit about anatomical form and function. My name is Wendy Martin, and I will be your teacher and your guide through these next 4 sessions.
It looks like IKEA, and I'm going to build a man. This is great.
Let's see, what else? Oh, you guys can take pictures too. On your in your menu, there's a camera. I recommend using the tablet because it's the best way to point and aim.
Oh look, I can flip. Oh my god, I actually can see myself now.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you can't see this, but this is a selfie. Here, we take a picture. There we are. I'll save it. Wow. Look at that.
Now, classrooms aren't the only setting the Victory XR is able to provide. They also took us to their very own planetarium.
So the main one I want to show you guys is over here, the constellation map. So go ahead and give that a grab and look up at the sky.
Ooh.
Cool.
Is this...
You can grab the sky. So if you're an astronomy teacher and you're trying to teach the locations and orientations of constellations in the night sky, you can just grab the sky. And you'll see that the arrow in this always points to Polaris, the North Star, so it's really easy to orient yourself.
Nice.
And this blank night sky is useful if you're running a quiz, but there's a rock inside you there. But if you hit the constellations on/off button with your cursor, there you go.
Wow, that's really cool.
Oh no, Corona.
So, go ahead in, everybody.
Wow. Oh, this is some Star
nice.
Trek.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right.
Beam me up, Scotty.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
What's the name of the program? Oh, wow.
Nice. Very cool.
Thank you.
I like the outdoor view.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, you're gonna like it even more when you're out there.
Oh, God.
Now, seeing all this in action was very interesting, but it did leave us with some questions for Denny and Ty.
There's some technical aspects of like being in a classroom that are less straightforward in VR because you don't really have full hand functionality depending on the headset you have. Like, how would a student take notes, for example? Like in a physical classroom, you could bring your laptop, you could take notes on a keyboard, you can write them down. In VR, it's not so easy because you're holding these the whole time.
That's a very good question. Yeah, so you can, they do have a notes section, and then you can just jot down notes in the notes section.
Oh, I see it.
So you can do that, and you could use your physical keyboard if you have one, just like sit at your PC and jot them down using your keyboard. They're also, the engaged devs are working on a more ergonomic VR keyboard that will improve the typing functionality. And then, of course, we'll also encourage teachers to tell their students, hey, use your camera and take a picture of the whiteboard and take notes.
Oh.
That makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of
that's
sense.
what students do, in the classroom now. Like, they just take a picture of the notes on the whiteboard or the homework or whatever. Is there a way to check and see, like, I'm sure it's great to give students the benefit of the doubt, but how do you know someone's like not on their phone or has an app running inside this app or on another monitor, like looking up questions? Is there a way to know whether or not students are like using those?
Not at present. That is a barrier, and we're researching the best ways to combat that. Because we saw with schools that tried to do school through Zoom, and now of course we were working on the academy months before the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. It's an inside joke.
I mean, one way that we do know is like if I were to take my headset off because I wasn't engaged, you can kind of see. Here, I'll do it for a second. It kind of disappear.
Oh, gotcha. It knows. Yes.
They have an AFK.
Yeah. What about like obviously the cost of like having VR, having a computer that can run VR exists. Like that's something that families would have to consider when enrolling like a kid in this program. But how does the full cost of a semester or like a year at this academy, how would it compare to like what you would pay for a physical campus?
On a tuition, yeah.
This is why I brought you along, Ty.
Thanks. So we actually have 2 price points, and so K through 12 is $175 a year per student.
Wow.
And then college is $300 a year per student. So if you think about that, that's for the whole year that they're able to come in and access these classes, the instructors they're able to teach. It's very cost effective.
It's super cost effective.
Yeah, very much.
Even with the technology and stuff, and the lack of like, you don't need to pay for transportation, nothing like that.
Housing.
What about housing, like meal plans, all that stuff?
Actually, it's kind of funny you mentioned that. So at the beginning, the presentation that you saw where it said that we shipped 250 headsets to Morehouse College. Because of COVID, what they do in the summer is traditionally the students come and stay on campus, and then they'll go and take like a field trip somewhere on the East Coast. Because of COVID, they closed, and they were able to use those funds, purchase headsets for each individual student.
Right.
We shipped them, and then at the end of the program, they told the students that they got to keep them. So then these students are taking that back into their community saying, this is something that we were able to do.
So to add to that, one of the big things that we bring to the table is while Victory XR Academy is our latest endeavor to bring VR education to the masses, we've been doing VR education content for a few years before this endeavor. So we have over 100 different 360 video field trips. We have over 100 2D video presentations, and we have 48 middle school and high school individual experiences that cover different topics, as well as our dissection suite, and you can find those on Steam as well. So we got the frog dissection that you saw during the multimedia presentation, we got pig, we got cat, we got dogfish, which is a type of small shark, and then we got the double header of starfish and squid. And Wendy comes in as a hologram, and you go through the actual classroom procedure. We worked with Carolina Biological. They're one of the main distributors of dissection specimens, and they wanted a digital equivalent that they could present as an alternative.
So I actually had a question.
Yes.
Basically, I guess this is more of a technical question, and maybe this is something that would be coming down the pipeline for the platform. So you mentioned Oculus Quest. I'm using a Valve Index right now, so for my capture, you can see the Valve Index controllers. Both of these pieces of hardware actually have finger tracking. Now, I'm noticing right now that the finger tracking is pretty limited on this platform, but not really a big issue, but I imagine that if, for instance, you had a student that came in who might be deaf, the lack of finger tracking would be a bit of a barrier for being able to do sign language. Is that something that's being talked about maybe down the line, figuring out? Because I know that the finger tracking is extremely good on the Quest right now.
They are working on finger tracking for Index. I don't know about Quest yet, but I know they're working on it for Index.
It seemed like while this was a new tool for digital learning, they were already aware of the hurdles in front of them and were already making plans to overcome them. It surely looks like this would be more engaging than your standard classes via video call. If I was presented with this as a kid, I would likely think it somewhat magical. Or as Giwi put it,
Oh yeah,
It's like an episode of the Magic School Bus.
That is exactly what I was hoping you'd say. Because when our CEO Steve Grubbs came, I was living in Columbus, Ohio at the time. I'm Ohio State University graduate. When he called me that fateful day and told me what he wanted to do, what he was trying to do, I said, "I get to be Miss Frizzle?" And he said, "Yeah, basically." And I'm like, "I'm in. Let's do it."
virtual reality has so much potential as a powerful learning tool. Want to teach your students about the glucose membranes? Well, bam! Bring in a giant model. Want to take your students on an excursion to the Smithsonian? Well then, bam! You're there. Want to host a remote art class with your students? Easy. Or maybe you want to use the recording feature in drama class so that you can have a play where you're both the protagonist and antagonist.
Sir, I have a bone to pick with you.
What is it?
You are going down. Prepare to fight.
Okay.
Trust no one, not even yourself. It really was a remarkable experience to see firsthand where the future of education might take us. But, you know, with everything said and done, we headed back to the classroom to wrap up where we began.
Well, obviously I've been talking a lot on the channel about the future of virtual reality, as you probably saw in the Jaden video, so I figured this was a really awesome opportunity to see something as, I guess, unique as education on and in virtual reality. Thank you very much for showing us around today and showing us what you guys are trying to achieve. I'm very excited to hear about how the path to getting the accreditation for the platform works out. Because I mean, as a whole, like I could see this being an experience that would be beneficial to kids and also safe in times like this, and also even just be good for children who might not have access to might not be near any sort of campus that they need to go to. And also, of course, the interesting thing that you brought up was the costs. I find that absolutely fascinating that, most people when they hear virtual reality, they think, well, I don't have money, I can't afford that. But when you look at how much you're paying to go to physical college, it's astronomically more when you do include the things that we mentioned, like housing, meal plans, books. So when it comes down to it, yeah, this is actually an affordable alternative. And if you have multiple kids, you could even be sharing the headset at different times. So it's really fascinating what you're doing here, and I'm really excited to see where this is going to go. So thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for stopping by, Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, this has been so much fun.
If you're curious about their classes in virtual reality, you can go to victoryxr.com, where you can book tours, register for upcoming classes, or even just reach out over email for some questions. I want to give a big thank you to VictoryXR for having us and giving us the tour. It was a really, really interesting experience. I didn't think that VR school was even close to being a thing, but here we are. And I also want to thank you, the viewer, for watching. This is kind of a new video format I wanted to do in exploring virtual reality and its concepts and such. So I would like to do more. And if you enjoyed it, please let me know. If you didn't enjoy it, I'm sorry. Okay, bye!